Welcome to DNA's Birding Adventures. Actually, this is diving part 2 in Roatan, Honduras. We spent a week in the sun, scuba diving, going on an eco tour, meeting lots of amazing people on the green boat at CoCo Resort. What a great group of people on the green boat. We got to spend a lot of time there at the bar and restaurant and scuba diving and made some lifelong friends. It was a week-long celebration with music and crab races.
En junio como en enero, porque me
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
We can't thank CoCo enough for their hospitality and amazing service. We enjoyed our anniversary. They made an anniversary cake for us to celebrate, and we got to do a lot of diving. It's a great setup for divers. And we're on the green boat. This is the front yard of CoCo where you can do some shore diving, walk right out to that little pier and head over to the ship or onto the walls. The way it's set up is you grab your diving equipment and you either head out on the boat or you can dive out to the Prince Albert CoCo wall or the Newman wall. This is the Prince Albert. It's great for night diving, and then to the right is CoCo wall, to the left is Newman's wall. It's been 10 years since Dave and I went to Roatan and CoCo Resort, and we missed it so much that during the pandemic I just put together a few paintings just to kind of take myself away and reminisce. Here we go. We're going to start our dives. We started with an orientation dive with a dive master out to the walls and to the Prince Alberts. We loved their weather station. It was just a rock hanging from a rope with instructions on how to interpret the weather. That rock was swinging most of the week. There were huge waves, currents, and actually the visibility wasn't great. There are morning and afternoon boat trips out to the reefs, and the second dive is usually off on one of the walls. They just drop you off and then you go swim back to the motel. First dive off the boat is 40-foot point. We love our dive master Selvin and the boat captain Jorge. Here are some of the highlights from the dive, and here we go. Here's a rendering from one of the old dive masters from 1997. They use it as placemats and also for instructions on our dives. If you look closely inside the cracks on the wall, you'll see all sorts of critters and sponges, tunicates, and crabs. There's been quite a decline in the fish population. There were a lot of immature fish, which is a good sign. It was quite a bit of a disappointment from 10 years ago. All in all, in our dives, we noticed the decline of the reefs, and one of our friends that we dove with said he's been there for 20 years and it's actually on the mend. So we noticed also that the sponges and some of the soft corals were recovering and beautiful. A lot of the hard corals, though, have taken a beating, including the brain coral. There's areas of dead coral, but some where it's thriving. After the dive, they drop you off on the wall, and then you swim back along the grass over to the motel. Quite a setup. Our next boat dive the next day is Mr. Bud, and then Mary's Reef, which is a swim through. Amazingly, I think we saw at least one seahorse on every single dive. They're beautiful. With the waves being so big, I love the boat setup where you come in through the bottom, up through a hatch, and they help you with your tank and whatever else you need. They take your fins off down below. Good job, Dave. Here we go to Valley of the Kings and then Tulio's Reef, then the drop off at Newman's Wall. Here are some of the highlights. Menageries Reef is next. Here's the rendering. There's a huge barracuda right on the CoCo View wall under the overhang. This evening then we went on a night dive with our ultraviolet lights. It's like a black light that illuminates everything with neon colors. And of course we saw a tiger tail and other critters. We went on First Bite. I think that's the name of the dive site. With this beauty. Calvin's crack was a lot of fun. You go through a swim through hole and then out to the ocean. And our final dive, we had 18 dives and we added up all the minutes. We had 16 hours altogether. This concludes our second out of 3 videos. The next video will be about our eco tour and a little bit more about the property. Stay tuned for our next video with Dave and the Capuchin monkeys, the Green Iguana farm, and 3-toed sloths, and a trip to the other side of the island through the mangroves and an interesting community. Thank you so much for joining us and tagging along. Until next time, happy trails to you.